Dali. Hi, good afternoon. Wait Dali. We'll go live. All right. All right. Good afternoon, Dito. How are you?
I'm good, Anton. Okay lang, ikaw, kumusta?
Okay naman. So we have very special topic today, which is detoxification. And
Right.
siguro my first encounter with detoxification nung before we got married with Rach. Sa ano pa yun, the farm. Matagal na sa the farm. And then siguro mga couple years ago sa nurture spa. And then recently, I underwent this 28-day detox Yoli. So I'm really interested. How does the detox happen?
Okay.
Talaga, and especially a lot of people are at home. Can you do detox ba at home? Parang ganon. Ikaw, what's
Right.
your experience with detox?
Yeah, so these are the questions that we're excited to ask our guest today, no? Ako naman ang experience ko with a detox. The first time I've heard of a detoxification was actually when I had the heart attack in 2010. And when I had that heart attack, my doctor recommended after my stent that I do a regular detox, meaning I think it was quarterly when I started. Actually, I'm still doing it
Wow.
quarterly, and I'm doing a quarterly detox because of that. But then I had like other issues with my fatty liver. uh, I really had to detox in process. So today we're really
Wow.
excited to have Dr. Joel Lopez. No? He's born and raised proud Pinoy, finished his pre-med in Manila, but left for the US to complete his residency program in internal medicine at the Mercy Hospital in Chicago, Illinois. So after completing his training, he pursued studies in complementary and alternative medicine and eventually got board certified in nutrition and anti-aging and regenerative medicine. This was when he was trained together with some of the pioneers in that field sa US, Anton. So talagang okay tong guest natin today.
Galing
Pioneer himself. Yeah, I'm excited. So as a pioneer himself, he's one of the first doctors in San Francisco, California, who incorporated functional medicine into his practice in the early 2000s. So I'm excited kasi alam mo, he brought his practice back in the Philippines in 2013, and I'm proud to be one of his first friends sa Pilipinas because I was the one who designed his first clinic in BGC. So he's one of the founding members of PRIMA, which stands for Preventive, Regenerative, Integrative Medical Association. So now they're a group of medical doctors whose goal is to bring their specialties into the mainstream and establish standards for its practice. He is the medical director of J. Lopez MD. So welcome everyone to our awesome Me Live chat with Dr. Joel Lopez.
All right. Welcome. Good
Hi,
afternoon,
good
Doc.
Doc,
afternoon.
how are you
Hey,
today?
Doc. Okay naman. So, siguro to start off our discussion, Doc, can you explain to us what is detoxification and purpose of detoxification? Before you answer, we like to welcome those people watching this in replay and those watching it in live today. If you have any questions, you can just put it in the comments. We'll try to answer it during this live show. Or if you're watching this in replay, we'll answer the question pa rin, if you put it in the comments. Okay, so Doc Joel, so what's the purpose of detoxification? And
Yeah,
why do we
first
need
off,
it?
okay, so good afternoon, everyone. So detoxification consists of a lot of bodily processes that happen basically to help get rid of toxins that we encounter in our environment, as well as those produced from internal metabolism. So these toxins basically poison our physiological processes. So it's really necessary to get rid of those.
So, may side effects ba ang detoxification or wala?
Yeah, there are side effects to detoxification. So if you do it too quick, people do feel bad. They feel like lethargic. They may sometimes get headaches, diarrhea, nausea, vomiting. So ideally, it has to be medically supervised. But there are actually detoxification procedures that you can do at home, but
Mhm.
ideally you may want to consult with your doctor if you have comorbidities such as hypertension, diabetes, cancer, or other chronic degenerative diseases.
Oh, dito, sa'yo yan.
Yeah, ako yun. So being my doctor, my first wellness doctor, Joel, I wanted to ask, saan ba nangyayari in detoxification? Where does it occur in our body? Which organ is responsible for the detoxification? And how do we detox that organ if so that it functions better?
Yeah, well, the major detoxification organ in the body is our liver. So there are two phases. One is involves one is called the phase one, which is primarily involving the biotransformation of toxins, which results in free radicals. So sometimes, if the phase two or the conjugation process isn't that healthy, it may actually lead to more problems. So this phase one and phase two detoxification processes have to be in balance. In short,
Mm.
basically, with phase one, you could develop further toxins. You could generate free radicals when you do the phase one. So that's why you have to do the phase two, which makes it water soluble. That makes the toxins excreted through the urine or the bile.
Okay, I'm going to be very busy later to Google all of those, but buti lang this is recorded so I can go back to it. So,
Mhm.
alam mo, Doc, I think now I understand why my doctor told me that after my heart attack and my stent being installed, that I had to go through a detox because
Mhm.
I remember at the time I had the fatty liver. Could yung fatty
Okay.
liver ko ba, was that something that was preventing me from detoxing properly?
Oo.
Yeah, well, ideally, you shouldn't have any fat in your liver. So when it replaces the liver cells, it could actually interfere with the detoxification process. And our liver is part of our, basically, it's part of our intestinal tract. So it helps in the metabolism of carbohydrates, fat, and proteins. So if our liver is unhealthy, then these toxins are not able to go to the colon where it's eventually uh, excreted. Excreted, yes.
Okay. So how do we maintain a healthy liver, Doc? Ano ba yung mga kailangan namin gawin?
Yeah, there are things that a
Oo.
person could do, like starting with the diet. So basically, we gotta stay away from simple carbs, because what happens if you have simple carbs and a lot of it could lead to a fatty liver, which could interfere with your liver function. Other things that you could do to help improve your liver function include the use of NAC, N-acetylcysteine, which is an antioxidant. It's also a precursor to glutathione. So
Okay.
glutathione is also something that we produce internally. However, as we age, we produce less and less of it. So glutathione, there's also something, well, green tea also helps improve liver function. And other Chinese herbs such as shisandra, as well as curcumin. I think more people are familiar with curcumin, which,
Okay.
by the way, also has antiviral properties.
So
Doc,
question, Doc.
yeah,
Yeah,
go
you
ahead.
mentioned simple carbs. Ano yan? So rice,
Yeah,
desserts kasama.
basically food that has less fiber in it. So like white rice, white bread, white flour products. So the more fiber that carbohydrate has, the better it will be able to control your blood sugar.
Okay.
Okay, so ibig sabihin, Doc, fiber meaning brown rice, red rice,
And
are those
basically
good carbs?
vegetables and fruits, nuts and legumes. So these are things that are a good source of soluble and insoluble fiber.
Okay.
Okay.
Doc, I have a stupid question. Okay. Kasi you're in the field of regeneration or regenerative medicine. Do our bodies have the capacity to go on an autopilot detox? Meaning, kahit na hindi natin alam that it's happening, our body is deciding to go on a detox because it's parang fending off some disease or some virus.
Yeah, actually, that's the beauty of the body. It is really versatile. So it can do anything, especially when we're still young. All these processes go on automatically without much problems. But as we age, the detoxification processes tend to slow down. And things that could contribute to these are exposure to a lot of toxins in the environment, as well as metabolic toxins that we produce inside our bodies. So as we age, we really have to assist these organs of detoxification. And it could be done at home through the use of medical foods, as well as
Oo.
fasting. Medical foods, it could come from like certain companies, like you know about them. So this could really help with the detoxification process, as well as weight loss, because one of the symptoms of toxicity is weight gain.
Mhm.
Okay.
Ah,
Right.
so typically, are there natural ways to detox ba your body at home, or uh, how would you know that your body is detoxing, or make or induce that detoxification for your body?
Yeah, natural ways to detox include, like I said, fasting, and some people could do water fast, juice fast, or just abstain from certain foods like meat products that are actually more pro-inflammatory.
How
When you
long
do
usually, Anto?
exercise,
How
pardon
long
me.
usually ang fasting? I just wanted to ask more details lang on fasting.
Yeah, some people are able to tolerate only a day or so, but there are people who've gone fasting for up to 40 days. But
So
it
when
has
you
to be
say fasting,
medically
water lang
supervised.
talaga? Ganon? Water lang talaga and no
Yeah,
solid?
some people do just water alone. Some people do like juice fast, and some
Okay.
people do just abstain from meat products.
What's your recommended duration?
You have to do it slowly, because sometimes if people do that detox fast, they could experience unpleasant symptoms such as headaches or just feeling fatigue or tired in general. So
Mm.
maybe start slowly, like skipping a meal, or some people do intermittent fasting. That's
That's
another way of doing detox.
ah. Ikaw
Wow.
dito,
Okay.
ano bang nagde-detox ka ba? Anong ginagamit mo? Or
Actually,
how
you
do
know
you do
what?
it?
I wanted to ask nga that question about yung when our body's detoxing. Kasi parang I want to understand how do we actually know that our bodies are detoxing? Kasi like you said, Doc, we would need to have as we age and we're all going to age. Um,
Mhm.
we need science already to assist us, di ba? So it
Yeah.
wasn't like before when we were kids na our detoxification goes on autopilot. So
Mhm.
how do we know that our bodies still have that capacity to detox on its own when we're aging? So are there like tests to do that?
Yeah, some people could just do the simple like liver function test or kidney function test, but available now are what we call functional testing. So through these labs, we're able to find out how the phase 1 or phase 2 of liver detoxification is happening. So these labs are available now in the Philippines, but I take that back. Actually, they're just middlemen. They collect the sample, but they
Oh,
send it to the States or in Europe, and it could be
wow.
either through the blood, urine sample, or hair samples.
Does your clinic do those tests and then you send them out?
Yeah, we actually work with companies that do those functional tests.
Okay.
Yeah. So after we get the results, then we discuss the program with the client, because there are certain detoxification procedures for certain toxicities. Like for instance, if a person has heavy metal toxicity, like if they
Mhm.
have like excess lead or mercury, then we may
Oo.
recommend something called chelation therapy, which can be done intravenously through suppositories, or if people are afraid of needles, they could just take natural chelating agents. This include like vitamin C and garlic, cilantro, onions, and
Mhm.
chlorella. So these are just a few of the things that people could do orally to get rid of heavy metals from their system.
So Anton, yung tanong mo sa akin kanina, I've actually done chelation at the clinic of Dr. Joel Lopez before pa. So,
Masakit. Parang masakit. It sounded.
pero alam mo kasi ako, good soldier ako. Pagka kahit na masakit siya, alam kong gagaling ako, gagawin ko siya eh. So, I wanted that better life for myself. So, I did whatever my doctor said and I trusted, I believed. Look at me now. So, we're happy to just share this platform with everyone and with Dr. Joel helping us out, no? So, ano ba? Ano ba yung tanong mo sa
I
akin
wanted
kanina?
to ask, intermittent fasting, is there a proper way to do it ba? Or the science behind intermittent fasting, Doc Joel?
Yeah, because actually a lot of the energy that we expend on a daily basis is spent on digestion. So it's important to give our bodies a break, and that's what you could do when you're doing intermittent fasting. So some people are able to do only like 8 hours. Some people are able to do more. And during this time period that you're eating, you still have to choose the right foods. You cannot just eat anything during those periods that the time period that you can eat. It's still essential that you choose the right foods.
So what's the recommended time ba? Is there an you're fasting 8, 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours? Meron
Yeah,
pa?
some people start with only 8 hours, then gradually increase it up to 12 to 14 hours per day.
Okay. And then you only take water during those times, during your fasting? Or pwede rin ba yung coffee or other products?
Yeah, good question. Ideally, just drink water during those periods that you're off eating. Some people may try like certain drinks like green tea to help in the detoxification process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so Anton, actually, I wanted to ask Doc Joel, no? Because we discussed already yung mga foods na that can help us do a detox. Yung mga plant-based recipes ba or nutrition, are those helpful in detoxing? Sorry.
Yeah, actually they are, because this plant-based foods basically are sources of our vitamins, minerals, enzymes, probiotics, and all the nutrients that we need to detoxify. Vitamins are important, but minerals are even more important, if I may say so, because vitamins won't work without these minerals. They're what we call cofactors. So in the absence of minerals, some of our vitamins won't work at all.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a good enough. Anton, baka do we have questions from live?
Walang, ano lang, best doctor ever. Maraming mga fancy doc. Maraming fancy doc na nanonood. And I guess, siguro, to close our conversation, so what's the recommended frequency ba of detoxification that you should do within a year?
Yeah, if a person's relatively healthy, sometimes I may recommend twice a year of detoxification, primarily during spring or fall.
So Doc, that's when you're healthy. That's when you're healthy.
Because during winter and summer, that's when we build up all the toxicities. So that's why we have the term spring cleaning in the States. So that includes detox during the during the spring months, as well as during fall. That's when people do the detox.
Kailangan ko palang magpa-check up sa'yo ulit kasi I am still doing a quarterly detox. So do you think I should do it lesser now that I'm healthier?
You could do that, but actually detox should be a daily process. It should be something that we do on a daily process, because we encounter toxins on a daily basis. But you don't have to do all these detoxification procedures in a day. You could do it simply by, let's say, skipping a meal. That's what you do when you do intermittent fasting, or drink certain nutrients that are good for your liver, such as green tea or curcumin. Exercise is a good way of detoxification because you eliminate toxins through the sweat. So a lot of different ways, and probably staying away from reading the news because that's also toxicity. If you,
Stressful.
yeah, it's stressful.
Right. Yeah. So, Anton, I wanted to ask the good doctor about detoxification and boosting our immune system. No,
Uh-oh.
I'm pretty sure it's very important. Doc, can you expound, maybe?
Pardon me, can you say that?
Oh yeah, detoxification.
Yeah.
How detoxification can actually boost our immune systems.
Yeah, actually, the immune system has to deal with a lot of things on a daily basis. Like it has to take care of toxicities, it has to take care of tumors as well as infections. So, if you eliminate the toxins through detoxification, then your immune system could focus on what's really important, which is at this point fighting off the uh, virus COVID-19. So that's why detoxification really helps with the immune system by basically reducing its work.
Okay. I have a phone-in question dito sa tabi ko.
Okay.
If you're trying to get pregnant, effective ba tong detoxification before para you have a higher effectivity of getting pregnant?
Yeah, I would recommend that for those who are getting pregnant because, like, for instance, women who get pregnant are advised to stay away from eating fish during the first 3 months because of mercury toxicity. So that could ultimately affect the baby. So ideally, for people who plan to get pregnant, you want to make sure that you detoxify first.
Okay. O
So, Doc, I
baka
have an
kailangan
experience with that. Anton, I have an experience with that. I just wanted to share. Yung, there was this a lady, she wanted to get pregnant. But she underwent a detox, but couldn't get pregnant again. And then apparently it was the husband that had problems. So he had to go through a detox. And when they were both cleared, that's when they had the baby. So Doc, posible pala yun. So it has to be like if you're trying to get pregnant, pareho dapat yung babae sa yung lalaki gagawa ng detox.
Yes, ideally.
Okay. Let's have a photo. If you have any questions, please put it in the comments, and then if there's none, we'll close that discussion. Let's have a
Wait, I have
photo.
another question last.
Okay,
About,
sige.
Doc, I remember kasi my doctor, he told me once before when they discovered that I had a fatty liver, na hindi ko na raw yun how do you say it? Hindi ko na siya ma-reverse. So takot na takot ako. I was so afraid because it's your filter of your body. So I didn't want to go through life like that. And then I just want everyone to know that it's possible to reverse it. Tama ba, Joe?
Yeah, that's right. So before you do the incorporate this thermogenic substances, ideally you want to do an ultrasound first, and then after, let's say, going on the program, just so that you have something objective to show to friends or family. But there are things that could actually reverse fatty liver, and that includes the use of substances such as L-carnitine, which is an amino acid that helps burn off fat, not just in the subcutaneous tissue, but also in our liver.
Ano yan? Capsule? Capsule ba?
Yeah, it's available in capsule form or liquid or powder form, but it also could be given intravenously, this L-carnitine.
You mentioned L-carnitine, Doc. Ayan yung nakukuha sa karne, no? Sa protein of the meat.
Yeah, it's from grass-fed beef.
Grass-fed beef. All right. And then
you can.
I remember. I totally forgot my question.
Wait. So we have some listeners here. Thanks, Sheila.
Ito na lang.
Okay. Do you have any more question dito on detox? Ikaw mukhang expert ka sa detoxification.
Yeah, alam mo, kaya ako that's the reason I know a lot about detoxification is because of Joel. So you guys, if you need to know a lot about your body, I suggest you follow him on Facebook or Instagram for a lot of information. I just devour his page with information, and when I need to call him, I call him directly because we're friends. Sorry. So yun yung benefits, di ba? So ayun, I'm just so happy na ayun nga, it's possible to do this and it's possible to reverse a fatty liver. So yung mga tao dyan na hindi alam na pwede palang mangyari yun, just leave your comments and ask us through this live stream to if you have any questions about that.
My question. How many milligrams per day of L-carnitine?
1,000 to 1,000 milligrams per day.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. I now remember my question about L-carnitine. Kasi I remember one time when we were sitting down in your office, you told me na I cannot totally give up meat.
Yeah.
Kasi I was trying to get on a plant-based diet. And then you said, we have to check your blood type. And I think at the time I was B positive. I don't remember what you said, but then I remember in one of your articles you said na yung blood type O ba, Doc? Yung hindi pwedeng mag-forgo?
They cannot go vegan.
Okay, so ako ba? Can I go vegan? Can I go vegan?
You could, but again, you have to consider if you have any borderline nutritional deficiencies. Because some people who go vegan or vegetarian could end up with vitamin B12 deficiency. And then if you do not have a good diet, then you may end up gaining weight because, again, L-carnitine comes from meat. And if you don't have enough L-carnitine, you don't burn body fat.
So I take a protein shake, I take whey from grass-fed cows. Does that help me?
Yeah,
if I don't want to ingest like slabs of steak, pwede bang yun na lang, Doc?
Yeah, you could do that. And actually, it's better for some people who like to take like certain essential amino acids than eating meat or whey protein because it's actually more absorbable. And you only have to take like 5 tablets compared to, let's say, eating how many servings of meat to get the actual nutrients.
Okay.
Kasi, no, if you eat a lot of meat, Anton.
Oh, nga. We have a question.
Yeah, eating a lot of meat, by the way, makes you more acidic as well.
More acidic. Nako. Okay, wait.
So
we'll have a question. Sige. What are the effects of detox? Is it even recommended for those with an active lifestyle? Example, those who exercise regularly, say 5 to 10 kilometers of running a day.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, if you're doing that already, then you're detoxifying already through the sweat. However, athletes still have to have good nutrition because you actually generate a lot of free radicals during the process of exercise. So it's important that you take your antioxidants because if you don't have enough antioxidants, that would create cell damage. And you know how with more cell damage, it could actually lead to tumors and eventually cancer.
Okay. All right.
Right. That was very informative. Huh? So sobrang, so Anton, I'm very excited for the next series of Awesome Talks, Anton. Ano ba yung lineup natin? Marami dyan, di ba?
Oh, yes. So on Thursday, we're talking to Robbie. And next week, we'll have the Doc Joel again on Tuesday, 2 p.m. Wow, what are we talking about, Ditto?
I think we're gonna talk about alkalinization and gut health. So, nagbabasa na ako, Joe, para meron ako mga tatanong sa'yo. So, I'm getting ready for that. And then, I'm also excited about this cookbook. It's called Soup Cleanse. As you can see, medyo pinusit ko na yung mga ginagawa ko, yung mga, and we were able to invite the author, Nicole Centeno, from New York City. So, she's the founder of Blended Spoon. So I'm so excited about that, Anton, because I've tried her recipes and they're so good. I'm just localizing it to our to the available ingredients. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Can we have one photo lang before we close? One, two. Okay, one more, Doc. One, two. Wait, ah. One, two. All right. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any final thoughts, Doc, on the topic of detoxification?
Yeah, so it's ideal that we detoxify on a daily basis so that our bodies would be healthy and able to fight off any type of pathogen from our surroundings.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Tito. Thank you, Doc
Thank
Joel.
you. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so much,
much.
guys.
Okay.
Thank you.